needing and wanting. Wanting for me is desiring. What would I love? That's what I'm talking about when I talk about want. I want to talk about the difference between the two, because they do play a huge part in you manifesting. Manifesting, if you're a business owner, more clients, more money. It also plays a big part in the sort of relationships you have, and basically your basic lifestyle desires of what you would love. And so I'm going to break that down today. The different energy of each word, needing and wanting. But before I get going, welcome back to all my regulars. Tanya Pluckrose here. I'm all about helping you master your mind so you can master your life. All right, let's get going. So I want to give an example that will illustrate my point. So I just got off a call with one of my clients, and one of my clients is in the process of starting his own business, but he's still stuck as an employee of a company, and he is slowly leaving this company, but he has to deal with personalities, various interesting personalities at his workplace as he slowly exits the company. And he wants to go to battle. But I said, you're leading with the wrong energy, because you have this need to want to leave. You have this need to want to be right. You have this need to, be the good little boy where you are right now so you can get your bonus before you leave. But this needing energy is coming from a place of lack and limitation. It's one of, you can feel the energy of need. It's grabby energy. It's impatient energy. It's energy of anger and frustration. And unfortunately, it's just made up of a lot of resistance. And what you resist persists. So I said to him, what would happen if you could turn that needy energy into what would I love? A wanting energy. A wanting energy for me is something about what would I love instead. So you can feel the softening in the energy when you come from that particular vibration, should we say. Because remember, feeling is the awareness of the vibration you are in, and you can feel when you are being needy and when you are in a place of patience and love and understanding and expectation and hope and excitement. Way two different energies. And so I suggested to him that he turn the table around and start to own his worth. So there's a bit of self-image work involved to change your energetic field from needing to be right and needing to go to battle to instead this energy of desire. So what would I love? I would love to have empowering conversations with my current boss before I leave. I would love to, stay more in my imagination and, of course, live in the hope and expectation I am going to leave. What would I love? I would love to live more on the side of well-being and faith that all is well and everything is working out, and that I am going to get to where I need to get to, what I'd love to get to, but I'm going to do it in divine right timing. And so by getting the mind to focus on the one thing that is more solution orientated than the other, then there is a softening in the energy. The grabby energy dissipates, and instead you elevate to a different frequency. And on this frequency, believe it or not, that demanding boss isn't there. Those thoughts of impatience, those thoughts of wanting to be right, they disappear because you've redirected the mind using your reasoning faculty as well as your imagination and will to focus more on what would you love. And of course, Neville Goddard talks about this in his books, especially The Power of Awareness, where he's talking about we have to persist no matter what, in the assumption of the wishes fulfilled, that they are already done, because imagination is God. If you can hold it in your head, you're going to hold it in your hand, but you must persist in the assumption that all is well, that you can relax, that it is done. It's there for you to be in the receivership of, but the only work is to maintain that feeling of neutrality, that feeling of fulfillment, that feeling of peace. So you really have to be that now, a state of being, which is your new self-concept. You have to be that self-image or identity now in order to bring in from the 4D to the 3D, your current reality, that experience. And so you have to constantly redirect the energy from needing things to be a certain way right now to instead, what would I love? And you'll feel the shift. You'll feel the shift inside your body. You'll feel the shift. There will be a sense of lightness and a spark of joy that happens when you know that you have shifted to this state more of peace and knowing. So if this is resonating with you, for anyone out there, then I highly recommend you go back and play this over and over again, and maybe write out the reasons why you don't need something, but instead you would love it. And if you can just change your thoughts about it, I don't need my boss's approval. I don't need my business to have an amount of clients right now. I don't need the money now. To the reasons why you don't need it, you'll feel the shift. And then that is when you are back in the driver's seat. You're back on track. You're back in your hula hoop, as I say. And then you'll start to see that your outside world will change with people, places, and opportunities. They'll all be responding very differently to you because you went within and changed you. You changed your energetic field. You changed the frequency you were on. You changed from a grabby energy to a more knowing, relaxed energy. Leave your comments if this is causing you to relax a little bit more. And thanks for your company today. And if you are new, then please consider subscribing, because I'm all about ensuring, to the best of my ability, that my teachings touch you in some special way. They are blessing you, healing you, inspiring you, and motivating you to live your best life, because you discovered and implemented all these ideas so that you can master your mind. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.